Hello, welcome back. If you're new, this channel focuses on the ins and outs of living abroad in the beautiful country of Poland. For today's video, I'm going to be talking about making friends while living abroad. As you get older, it is extremely difficult to make friends, and that is despite the fact if you live abroad or not. And there are like several reasons why that is, I found. Typically, it correlates with already having a well established friend group that perhaps you started in high school or you started in university. It also greater work demands. So a lot of us, as we get older, our priorities kind of shift from going out and hanging out with friends and working harder to save for a home or to support children. And the next kind of relates to that. And the fact that as we get older, we typically have families, or we kind of dedicate more of our time to our parents and to our cousins and nieces and nephews. So, as a consequence, the older you get, the likelihood of making and developing new friendships kind of decreases dramatically in comparison when you're in your 20s. However, despite all the things I just mentioned, you can make friends while living abroad, and I am a testament to that fact. Now, I am, believe it or not, a lot of people look at me and they think that I am lying, but I am nearly 40 years old. I'm actually 38. I just turned 38 in May, and so I will be 40 very soon. I can't believe it, but I am getting old. I'm definitely getting old. But that's besides the point of this particular video. The point is that even at my age, approaching 40, you can make friends. And there are a few ways to kind of accelerate that, especially when you are living abroad and you're living in a new culture, maybe a culture where a lot of people don't speak English. You can make it happen. You can definitely make friends. If you've been following my channel, you know that I definitely like lists. I did not mean for this to be a list video, but here we are with another grand list. And so, again, a way to kind of help you with that process when you're moving abroad to make friends is, number one, you have to be open. You have to be open to the process of making new friendships. I know a lot of times when people move abroad, they then kind of turn to other people who are living abroad, or they sometimes turn back to their friends at home for a lot of support. And granted, that's good at the beginning of your trip, or if you're going for a short trip to obviously maintain your friendships back home, or to kind of mingle and kind of keep yourself in the loop with other expats. However, to really make friendships, specifically to make friendships with locals, it's super important that you are open, and you're open to cultural differences, and you're open to whatever comes, specifically when going into the territory of friendships with an older age. The next entries on this list kind of play with location. When you're looking for friends, it's good to put yourself in the best location to kind of help facilitate that process. So for number two on this list, I'm going to be talking about the workplace. Now, I've met amazing people where I work at Pascal Connect, teaching English as a second language. I've met amazing students, and I've met amazing teachers, and I've met amazing administrative staff. And this is kind of the starting point to make friendships. So no matter where you work, when you're abroad, it's easiest to start at work. Now, if you work for a company like mine, obviously all of the teachers are native speakers. So therefore, at my particular school, the teachers aren't Polish. So therefore, that kind of took away the opportunity to meet Polish people, or kind of locals, or people living long-term in Poland. However, I definitely befriended the administrative staff at my school, and those individuals are Polish. And therefore, I was able to start up a friendship that is meaningful to me. In addition to that, I was able to start a friendship with someone Polish so that I can have a deeper experience while I'm here in Poland. Number 3 is university. Now, if you're not a university student, this wouldn't apply to you. But if you do go to university, this is like, I believe, the best place to make friends. Whether you're doing a bachelor degree, undergraduate degree, or you're doing a master's degree, this is the ideal place to meet people that are interested in the same things that you're into. And you're probably also going to run into people that are open and are looking to make long-lasting friendships. If you're not going to university, and I understand that may not be a choice for people specifically my age. It's not typical, specifically in Europe, that you have a lot of mature students, which I consider myself. However, there are ways to meet people in maybe non-traditional educational settings or in settings that are not educational at all. So for instance, if you go to church, that would be a great opportunity to meet locals, and then you'd already have something in common with the congregation, your religion, and specific cultural values. In addition to that, let's say you're not a churchgoer, you could also join a specific gym or gym class. So let's say if you're into yoga, or if you're into cycling, or if you're into swimming, you could join a group of something that you're interested in, and that would allow you to make friends, and that would allow you specifically to make friends with locals. The 5th component on this list does not have to do anything with location, but you have to remember, even when you're abroad, and even if you are older, you're an older person and you have decided to kind of do a life switch, or even if you're like a young person, it's important that you are willing to maintain those relationships and you're willing to put work into those relationships. Now, I know when you're abroad, there's all these things in the way. There's all these barriers or all of these obstacles. However, if you find someone that is a genuine person and is a person who elevates your life and you feel that you elevate their life, then it's important that you maintain that relationship and that you're willing to put the work into that relationship, just as you would have done when you were back in your home country. The 5 points that I've mentioned are definitely not a science. However, for my stay here in Poland, those are the things that I have done and I am still doing. And I can say that I've made 2 amazing friendships with Polish people here. One with my partner and one with the individual. I won't name her, but she knows exactly who she is. In addition to that, now that I am in university, I am making friendships with Polish people at the university and some foreign students at the university. And so I'm just making sure I'm open to those friendships. When someone invites me to do something, I try to say yes. Instead of thinking all the excuses not to, I just say yes, or I say, hey, actually, I don't have time to do that, but how about we reschedule and do something else? It definitely is about openness when you are abroad. You know, you have all these barriers in place, but if you just maintain your openness and your flexibility, you won't have any trouble making friends while you're abroad. To wrap up this video, I just want to mention HAKERSI. It is an organization that my good friend Marvina works for. I had an interview with her about her experience as a Polish woman living in sunny Southern California. If you haven't seen that video, go ahead and hit that link right here. Now, HAKERSI works with underprivileged children here in Poland, and Marvina is looking for native speakers. I find that it's super important for anyone learning a language to have the opportunity to learn from and hear native accents. If you have any input about making friends abroad, go ahead and leave that in the comments section. And if you like this video, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. And I can't wait to see you next week.